What's up, guys? Today we take a look at the gear. Alright, so we're going to start with the guitars. And first up we have one you don't see too often these days. Is my Schecter Damien 7 string. It's one of like the first Damiens that came out, and now they have the Damien Platinum series, which has all the cool stuff on it, but this just has passive pickups, which is fine. I'm not a huge active pickup fan. I do have the Jimmy clip put on the after the tailpiece here because it is a string through body, and on the headstock. But yeah, just a basic matte black finish. It's actually become shiny here and also here where I put my arm. So if you get a satin guitar, especially black, that's gonna happen. This next one is my Fender Mexican Strat. It's just a standard Strat, and it has this flame veneer on it. Yeah, that's not something that's standard. This is a cool guitar. I like it. I wanted a Strat with a maple board for a long time, and my store got some Fender stuff in, so I got this one pretty good deal. Plays great. I actually really enjoy the Mexican Strats and Tellies, just because you can get a Telly or Strat and not have to pay a whole bunch of money, unless that's what you're into, which I don't use Tellys and Strats that much, so that's why I got this one. This is my Squire Classic Vibe Telly. A great Telly. The entire Classic Vibe series is fantastic for the money. Yeah, I wanted a Telly. Pretty much story is I wanted a Telly. And I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money, so this is a great buy. If you're looking into it, I highly recommend it. This next one you never see, or not really anymore. This is my OLP MM5 Ernie Ball Stingray copy. This is before they became sterling and became awesome. This one is not too bad. I got it for 120 bucks at Guitar Center a long time ago. It gets the job done. The pickups are kind of eh. I really want to get a new bass. I want to get a sterling, but that's sometime down the road. I don't even play bass that much anymore, except for recordings. And I actually kind of want to get back into it for fun. Start doing some bass covers, maybe some Primus. Yeah, so that's my bass. And last but most certainly not least, in the least, is my pride and joy, my PRS Mark Tremonti series. This guitar to me is perfect. There's no better guitar than this on the planet. There's guitars that are great, and if it came down to it, I would pick this guitar every single time. And I don't know, I just can't really say enough good about it. I mean, I could go on for the entire video about it, but I won't, because this is supposed to be a setup tour. But I'll just say that if you've never played one of these, you owe it to yourself to try a PRS. Maybe not a Tremonti. Could be a custom 22 or 24, or maybe a CU 22, or just one of the flavors, the many flavors of Paul Reed Smith. This is the flavor that I like. It's perfect. The neck is perfect. The pickups are perfect. It plays amazing. It's a joy to play, and I'm just gonna stop there because that's all that needs to be said. Alright, now I'm going to tell you about the amp that I use. These days, I'm using a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier Roadster into actually two Mesa Boogie 212 rectifier cabinets. I actually always wanted one of these, and I came upon a deal where I could trade my Askfm for this, and I did it. Do I regret it? No. Sometimes I miss the Askfm, but then I play this and then it's okay. This isn't a standard Roadster, it's actually modded. It's got the Voodoo Standard mod, which apparently cleans up the fizz, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say that it works, because this is the least fizzy rectifier that I've played out of the new ones. The only one that would be stock, not fizzy, would be the old 2-channel ones. I believe it's the Rev G. Yeah, the old ones that are awesome. This is awesome as well. It's got 4 channels. You have your two clean and kind of a crunch channel. The clean, I believe, is from the Lone Star series, and then you just have your standard channel 3 and 4, or your channel 2 and 3 from your rectifier, the Solo Head series. It's got built-in reverb. Each channel you can actually switch 50 or 100 watts, and I love it. It sounds amazing, just like every other Mesa Boogie amp does. For my computer, I use this 2013 27-inch iMac, which is amazing. I absolutely love it. And I will put the specs right here. Pretty good. As for software, I use the Logic Pro X software. I really like Logic. I've tried I've had almost every other DAW except for Pro Tools, and Logic just seems to be the one that works for me. As for plugins, I use Waves plugins and also Stephen Slate Drums plugins when you hear any original music from me. Also, for an audio interface, I'm using an M-Audio Fast Track Pro, and for the microphone to mic my amp, I'm using a Shure SM57. I get asked how I record, and basically I just mic up my amp and I run that into the interface and then into Logic Pro X, and I usually have the original track sitting in there, and then I'll play along to the original track while at the same time while I'm recording a video. I know a lot of people will record to the song and then play along like a pantomime, like a music video type thing, but I actually do too many little improvisation, like little slides or maybe a pinch harmonic, and also I think that it actually makes everything feel more live if I'm actually playing live. So that's how I do that. I also asked on my Facebook page if anybody had any questions about my setup they wanted me to answer in this video, and the majority of the people said, how do you get that tone? Well, to be honest, I don't really know. I mean, I just play. I mean, I guess it goes back to, you know, the tone is in the fingers. My settings are pretty standard. I don't have anything crazy going on. I'll put my settings for my amp here. And that's it. I don't crank my amp. I run at bedroom volumes, and I don't know. I guess it's just in these little things right here. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this setup tour 2014, and we'll see you next time.